books that I found in my classrooms, and it was hard for me to connect with literature. I didn't find myself as a reader like many of my friends, but I wanted to. I wanted to be a reader. I loved how other kids seemed to be absorbed in books. I was really studious. I loved school, but I just didn't find myself in literature. At home, my family was rich in language experiences, not necessarily reading books themselves, but we sang songs and we told stories to one another. And I really had some strong grandmas. We didn't call them grandmas, we called them babas. And our babas were really important to us always. Both my babas shared different experiences with me, and they were powerful, meaningful, that stuck with me always. Language-rich experiences that taught me life lessons always, and I'll never forget them. I'm really proud to say that my daughter also had strong grandmas in her life, and my mom was her baba and still is her baba to this day. My mom, Juliana's baba, took care of her when I was at work. When I worked as a teacher every day, my mom babysat Juliana and my son also when he was born. And the experiences they had growing up and learning from baba were so important to their language and culture and just, life experiences that they'll have forever. And so in this story, Krofne with Baba, readers hear about a little girl who spends the day with her grandma, her baba, and what they do together. And it's more than just the act of what they do in the kitchen together. It's about culture and tradition and celebrates language and love. And so it's really a special story that I think everyone can connect with. Readers find out about a cultural tradition, but they can also talk about the traditions and cultures that they experience at home and the languages they hear at home or that they know. And so we can build connections with our differences. Culturally inclusive books are not just for students who are multilingual or bilingual. They're for all of our readers, for all of our students. We want to build connections with one another. We want to hear stories that mirror us, that we can see ourselves in, but also that we can learn about others, learn about other cultures, learn about other people, see ourselves, but also see a window into worlds that are different than ours. We hope that you read Krofne with Baba, and we hope that you read it with your students and talk about languages, culture, love, traditions. And we want to hear about what you have to say and what your students have to say, how you enjoy the book. At the end of the book, there's a glossary. There's also a recipe, so you can make Krofne. And we'd love to hear how your Krofne turn out. We encourage you to make a recipe book with your students and their families, because we recognize that Krofne are not the only thing, not the only family recipe and tradition, but families make their own traditions at home. And it could be that you have a book about traditions that families have. It may be cooking, it may be gardening, it may be swimming, it may be so many other things that we don't even know about, but we can learn about.